Hey, everybody, this is Dr. J, Kamal and Spikes. We're live from Long Island, New York, where it's raining.
Yes.
How do I know it's raining? I stuck my hand out the window and it got wet.
It comes back. You stick a cup out the window and it comes back.
The
With
rain is coming
Kind of
down.
like it's kind of like I bought some apple and I got bitten. I've been
Rain is
selling,
coming down, and apple is coming down.
I've been starting
the
to
apple
sell,
bit you instead of you biting the
I'm
apple.
starting to sell my apple. I never
Sometimes
thought I
you bite
would,
the apple. Sometimes the apple bites you. How's that?
but it's part of my general strategy to raise cash.
Now, did you sell it at a loss, or did you sell it at just as not much of a gain as?
I don't even look, but I'm well in the green.
Oh, that's you. Yeah, no, I bought this. I bought apple relatively recently, but I think. Oh no, now after today, I'm definitely in the red. I didn't see how bad it was today. That's pretty bad, guys.
It's
Yeah, so I sold some yesterday during the early part of the morning. And if I own Tesla, I'd be selling that. Google, I'm thinking about starting to sell off a little Google.
really
Interesting. No, we're not looking at a bounce. We're looking at what a falling apart.
And Andrew is asking me about Google. Yeah, I may start selling some. Now, as you know, Kamal, I don't sell my whole position, never.
right.
Because I could reverse and start buying. You know what I'm saying? I want to.
Every time I get this high hope that MSTR and SMCI are falling down, they recover like really quickly.
I know, right?
They recover in
The ones that
seconds.
got away.
Well,
The ones that got away. The ones that got away stay away.
I started to sell my MSTR, but I still have plenty
Did you?
left.
Good.
Plenty left. So I'm going to continue to sell MSTR into strength. I think it'll be strong. I'm going to continue to sell a little bit. And SMCI, I'm not selling. I think it's going to 2,000.
Wow.
Well, SMCR is already at 1,000.
NVIDIA, I think, is
Oh,
going
SMCR.
to 1,000. Like I said, I'm not changing that.
NVIDIA. Right. No, I'm not going to drop any. I dropped enough of I dropped enough of the winners. I want to keep at
The
least.
thing is, I'm still of the opinion that we're going to get a 10% correction eventually, soon, before we hit the 550, perhaps. I think we're going to 550, 545, SPY. But if we get a 10% correction first, that would take us down to like 466, something like that. If we don't get a 10% correction, I think it's worse. I think we'll go to 550 directly, 560 maybe, and then sell off 34.
And then bail.
Yeah, I think it'll be.
I don't know if you guys noticed AMD's on an all-time high.
Yeah, I haven't sold any.
Good.
Dr. J, do you remember the joke I told you about Apple?
No, what was the joke?
I just found it. It says the oldest computer can be traced back to Adam and Eve. Surprise,
Yeah.
surprise. It was an Apple, but with extremely limited memory, just one
Yeah.
byte.
One
Then
buy.
everything.
That's a very good one.
Then everything crashed.
That's a really good one. You see,
Thank you.
this show is for entertainment purposes only, right, Kamal?
Yeah.
Certainly, don't listen to us. First of all, you can't listen to us. We all have different opinions.
That's right, and we all
Like
listen
Kamal.
at the same time.
We're not really one of mind. We're three different minds.
No.
And Andrew has his opinions.
Avgo.
That's Broadcom.
Yes.
Okay, so let's take a look at the charts. So, my thesis is that I will be playing the 10% correction that I think we're getting. Yeah, I think NVIDIA is still a hold. I don't see it as a sell. Even if we get that 10% correction, NVIDIA will come right back, so it doesn't matter. So same is true with all the Mag 7, I suppose, but Tesla got another another sell rating or something from one of the brokers because there's no EV.
Yeah,
There's no
I
EV.
think they got hurt with the attack. The attack.
Today, one of the brokers downgraded Tesla. I don't know which one.
Oh yeah, Andrew's going to be our programming manager.
Yeah, and Andrew's really good. And Andrew could be our producer.
Yeah.
So
Me.
yeah, I mean, the action yesterday was like 2 weeks worth of action. That's why I called for a show today. I felt like we had to talk about it.
It has been a day, hasn't it?
It's been a crazy, crazy week. Really crazy week.
Can we go over Ethereum? Just see
Yeah.
the potential.
Ethereum, ETHA, yeah.
Yeah, let's do at least some of the ones I mentioned.
Okay. We don't really have a whole lot of time. I have to be off.
All right, so we'll do it quick. We'll come on again tomorrow for a full length show.
Right. Sounds good.
This is a warm up show.
We'll call this a teaser.
Yeah, teaser.
Boy, do I regret dropping my Ethereum at 25.
Carvanic chart is still looking very strong. Look at that. I've been tempted to buy it, but I've held off because I just don't like the general environment. You know what I mean?
As soon as you buy it, it'll go down.
It's not like that. The general environment is kind of sucky, so not anxious to start any new positions. But it looks like a nice chart. You can
You see how many cups are there? Look how many, like a big cup.
Yeah, basically you have this megaphone, whatever you want to call it.
Oh yeah.
So it's a very bullish pattern.
Yes.
The lower trend line is up, and this is up, and even when it comes back down, it's still got the lower trend line to catch it. And you can play it both ways, but mainly bullish. Looks
I've seen. The plate number of a car. It has a frame. Sometimes I've seen many plates with the frame says Carvana.
Oh really?
When you stop at like a traffic light or whatever, I see the frame of the plate. Like
yeah, they put it on like the car dealers do.
Right.
It's very popular. SPY, I could actually shorten this channel. Look at where it's been lately.
Yeah,
so
really.
I could bring this upper end down. I'm not doing a good job of doing it, but I'd have to delete it and try again. Let's see.
There you go.
Yeah. It's really been in a tight channel, SPY.
So it looks like yesterday it hit the bottom of the channel. It didn't
that's
quite
good.
hit it, but I have the same channel, by the way.
Yeah, it
So
did.
it kind of hit the bottom of that channel and kind of bounced back up.
Yeah.
I know you said it may hit 505.
I remember on the show I talked about 503 as being a good,
Right, 503, right.
good bottom.
Right.
I just drew the line, but slightly lower, 502.20. But in that area, I think should we resume the selling? I think good chance 502 holds. If it doesn't, then maybe we get a more substantial correction down to maybe this area here, which would be I think 10%. Let's see. Not even 490 only. You got to go much further down for the 10%. They say these 10% corrections come every year, on average, and we're more than 12 months from section move. 489 is also very good support. So you have support. I don't know if we're going all the way to 466 at this point. I think it's more likely we get to see small corrections like we did the other day and continue on up. Again, my target for stopping is somewhere between 530 and 560. My rationale being 545 is a 50% extension on the Fibonacci. And if you take 15 points lower and 15 points higher, you get 530 to 560. 15 points would bring you roughly to the 38% retrace and the 62%, roughly. I did it in my head, so it's not precise. I could draw it, but I don't feel like it. So well, maybe next time I'll draw the fib thing in there. So SPY right now, I think looks like it's stabilizing. Probably finished the week good. What about the Russell? I bought more today.
Did you?
I like that. I like that it finished above that 205 level.
Right. It did. It's been above there now.
Yeah. So I wanted to take out, start making new highs. 207 level. Takes that out. I'll go in a little bit heavier on IWM. I want to see 207.77 taken out. Go maybe 210. Then I feel strongly we get to 240 before pullback. So the near term is very important on IWM and on the market for that matter. Bitcoin is fluctuating about its highs. Probably make another run for the highs. Remember on Monday I said we're going to get this crazy candle where we go 10,000 point range. I called it.
Yeah.
I mean, I said 72,000 to 62,000. Turned out to be 69,000 to 59,000. But I did call the range. If you look at Monday's show, I hit it on the nose. I'm like a freaking psychic. But calling the range is one thing, and taking advantage of it is another.
Right, being on it.
Yeah. MicroStrategy. I mean, it's gone
It gave
up.
a lot back. It gave a lot back yesterday, but then
This is just Bitcoin on steroids. I've been saying it all along. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to probably ease out of this one on upward strength, and add to my IBIT, which is
I thought you bailed on that one.
no, I didn't sell any.
Oh, okay.
That's the ETF.
Gotcha.
That's the BlackRock ETF. That one parallels precisely Bitcoin. You asked me, did I have to buy Bitcoin? I said I wasn't sure. The answer is yes. So they actually have to buy it.
They have to buy it outright, so they're not just
They can't play futures, nothing.
Gotcha.
They have to buy it. So if you,
Well, I guess that's why Coinbase is doing well for itself, because somebody's got to sell to them.
yeah, if you buy, if you put in $69,000 into IBIT, they got to go out and buy a Bitcoin with it. So that's one of the reasons it's like a virtuous cycle, right? Everybody's running into the ETF, and the ETF has to buy more.
Gotcha.
So, virtuous cycle. At some point, everyone's going to
So
start.
the other term for that is a Ponzi scheme, but
Yeah,
not until it falls apart.
a lot of people calling this a Ponzi scheme. You're not the only one. But Ponzi scheme's okay as long as you get out in time.
Yeah, as long as you bail before it blows up.
Yeah, it's fine. What is it down after hours? A little bit.
Not that much.
No, really meaningless. So this one probably, if let's say the end of the year, I'm right about 97,000 for Bitcoin. Where do you think this goes? That would be that would be like a 50% move from here almost. Bitcoin's at 60.
Yeah, you got to talk about it in terms of percentages, right? Because they might, like you said,
68,000.
a multiplication here, a beta.
So another let's say another 32,000, or 40% at least. Instead of 40%, you're going to get 80%.
Right, because it's sort of there's a beta to it.
Yeah, this is Bitcoin on steroids. But I feel I don't need the steroids. I'll just play it hide in IBIT. So I'm going to sell out of this and into the other one. I'll take less of a gain and less of a loss. I'm getting too old for the big dip.
Get too old for this stuff.
Too old for the big dips.
SMCI went above 1100. That's wild.
Yeah, that's on steroids. It's gone to 2,000. By the end of the year, this is going to be 2,000. It's just unbelievable.
You're probably right.
Unbelievable.
I mean,
IBM is going to be IBM might be 250. The end of the year, IBM could be 250.
They got what was it? I had a little good news today or something.
I think yesterday it made its pop, didn't it? I'm not sure. But you look at the chart. I mean, it's just an unbelievable chart. And IBM is like a miniature SMCI. Looks good, but not that spectacular.
Well, this one's got to be a lot more subtle because they have a lot more. They have a
You're
lot
right.
of other
Today was a big pop on IBM. Must have been news. 250 by the end of the year. Yeah, you got big numbers coming up for a lot of tech stocks. 250 for IBM, 2,000 for SMCI, maybe 1,200 for NVIDIA.
Have you seen Dell? Have you seen Dell lately?
Which one? Dell is another one.
Dell just had a pop earlier in the week.
Yeah, don't forget, our viewers should remember our show is for entertainment purposes only. Our opinions are strictly our own. All of that stuff, I got to check.
Could you check AMD? AMD is down.
You called Dell.
I've been so freaking right over the last 3 to 12 months. No, 15 months. I've been so freaking right that I should have made more money. I made a lot of money, but I should have made more.
AMD is down after hours for some reason.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably.
No. Or maybe I have a glitch. I don't know.
No, I see it back up.
Yeah.
2%.
Probably some 1 or 2 shares of nonsense.
Yes, Andrew, I'm still in Baba.
Yeah, it doesn't look broken to me, AMD. It looks pretty damn good. And this is another one that'll be 250 by the end of the year. I think that this is going to be a good year, but in between we might see fireworks, You could see AMD at 160 and then close at 250 for the year. It's going to be a wild ride. Wild. I think good support for AMD is right around here at 170, 184. Something like that.
I bought this stock years back at $8 and some change, and I sold it at 11.
We all have stories like that.
Yeah, especially that one. Yeah, remember we bought this one. I bought this one in 21.
In 1975, I told my thesis advisor to buy Intel. Only I didn't buy it.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
Yeah, no, we have those stories too. That's right.
You see the after hours. That's what I saw before.
Oh, look at that! Yeah, what happened?
Something happened.
Right. That's why I saw. I'm like, what's going on?
Now it's 211 again.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is there news on this?
Not that I know of.
I don't know what's accurate. I can't comment.
So let's check Ethereum.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll look. We should all do our homework and take a look at AMD. Make sure it's not collapsing.
So let's do 5 years.
This is some freaking candle today.
Yeah.
Ethereum, yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm a bag holder, Andrew, with Baba.
Well, you're in good shape. You took out a very key level. You took out this high at 35.95. So,
But you see what it stopped today. You see, if you draw a line,
all right, I'll draw the line.
You're looking at 5 years? This one.
Yeah.
you see what it kind of stopped today there.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it's got quite a few hits. But this was the key level that you took out right here from 4/3/2022.
Yep.
I think like Bitcoin, you're going to get new highs. You're going to take out 40. You're going to take out the 49. It'll go at 5,000 Ethereum. You're going to make money on
But
it.
it's not going to keep going straight up, right? I don't think so.
It might.
Because look at the last five, last.
It might. I mean, Bitcoin might go straight up to 97,000.
Wow.
It's hard to say. It had its correction. It was in one day, 10,000 points. That's a huge correction. So who knows? Sava is sick.
Yeah, I think
Shorts are attacking.
They just love to attack Sava when you thought it was safe to go back in the water.
Well, there was some kind of presentation that they screwed up. Management screwed it up for a change, right?
I know, because for a while this was tightly between.
I tried to sell my warrants,
330.
but I didn't get the price I asked. And I still have it.
could you do the 6 months?
I should have sold my warrants, but I was greedy. I looked for a few pennies and I didn't get it.
Hmm.
So now I'm stuck holding the bag for a change on Sava.
Can you do 6 months?
Really? For a
Yeah,
change, huh?
for a change. I've been in this position before with Sava. I don't like it.
Exactly. I'm
It's
still waiting to make money back on this.
It's
stuff
really
that's
icky.
I bought it over 100.
You want me to do the horizontal line underneath? Just,
I think it's got plenty of room to go down.
gee, thanks.
Yeah, right. Good news, everybody.
Yeah, I think it has more.
If it takes out this low, it'll probably go down to 15. I agree. This low is 1920. It's almost there.
Wonderful.
So let me draw that line. That
All right.
line.
On that good news, I'm going to have to leave, gentlemen. But thank you, and I'll see.
I think did we do everything? I think I did everything I mentioned.
Yeah. Also, Apple today stopped at a specific level.
I started to sell Apple the other day. I sold some yesterday. I was going to sell a little more today, but didn't.
Yeah,
Well,
if you draw a line where it stopped today.
where the hell is support? Right here. From 10/26/2023 at 160, 165.67. We're almost there. 4 more points.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't pay to sell it now if you haven't already.
No, I'm a bag holder.
I'm not a bag holder, but I'm not happy with the recent action. I'm off the
Could
top.
you just draw a line where it stopped today?
Yeah.
A little higher.
Yeah, drop higher.
Okay.
I think it's going to test the bottom, the low, 165.
I agree.
It's not done going down. And if it takes that out,
That's like a free fall for it for Apple. I mean,
yeah, it's really bad. If it takes that out, it could go all the way down to the lows. It's a sick puppy right now, Apple.
it is.
Apple is a sick puppy, and I think Tesla is a sick puppy too. I mean, tech led us up, and if there's a crash, tech will bring us down. If there's a crash, and there could be, wouldn't shock me. It could go to this level in here. Draw this. What is this? Like 125? What is it? I can't see it. It blinks right off. I don't know why. It's not coming up. 123, something like that. So it could really crash from here, you know.
I think it's going to hold that level as 165. I think it was.
I think 165. I start buying again and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're looking for levels like down here at about. Well, let me draw that in.
Let's not draw that in.
Too depressing.
Yes, it is.
142. Yeah, that's too depressing. But you know, it's certainly possible. It came down from 200 already. It's a big drain on my portfolio lately. But luckily, I have a lot of Bitcoin to counteract the slowdown in tech.
Mm-hmm.
Google is the other drain on my portfolio. Those two. I don't have Tesla, so I'm not suffering there. Let's take a quick look at Tesla.
They burned their factory somewhere in France or Europe.
Looks ugly, but just like Apple, it looks like it's down here. It should hold, right?
Yep.
Hopefully. This 165 area. So it's getting close to the area that it should hold. Ugly looking chart. Man, it's very bad. Big chunks of the Tesla, big chunks of the Apple. Let's see if Google looks just as bad. Not quite, I don't think. Looks bad, but not as bad. I think the 50 could hold at about 130, right? I mean, they all went down. The Magnificent Seven is certainly not. You could delete Google, Apple, and Tesla from it. You're down to the Fab Four, I guess. I'm not even sure if there's Fab Four. Maybe it's NVIDIA One. You know, it's the only one that's going up every day. Meta must still be good. Meta looks very good.
Mm-hmm.
And Microsoft is probably okay. And Amazon is holding. Microsoft is holding. So it's a Fab Four. We can throw out three. We reduced it. Yeah, Fab Four, right?
Yep.
All right, so that's it for today. We'll come back tomorrow with a more comprehensive report. I just wanted to say hi to everybody. Hello.
Hi.
Take care. Good joke. Ken is with us.
Take care.
Take care, Ken, Andrew, and you, Young Zen. Adios, amigos. Ciao.